Okay, good afternoon to everyone. So for today's topic po, I will be discussing to you the measure of dispersion. Specifically, we will be just focusing on the standard deviation and then the variance. Okay, so once we said mga anak na measure of dispersion in terms of statistics, okay, so this is the indication of scattered data or the scattering of data. Okay, it explains the disparity of data from one another. Okay, so makikita natin dito sa mga example po kung gaano po kalalayo sa isa't isa po yung mga data po na meron tayo. Okay, so this measure of dispersion delivering a precise view, okay, for their distribution. Okay, in other words mga anak, itong dispersion po is the extent of which value is the in which values in a distribution different, okay, or differ from the average of the distribution. Okay, so unang gagawin natin dito is we will be finding the average or the mean, and then makikita po natin yung distribution naman in terms of standard deviation and then yung variance po. So makikita natin yung pagkakaiba po nilang dalawa. Okay? So diyan po sa PowerPoint po na nakikita po ninyo ngayon, so yan po yung formula po na gagamitin po natin for the sample variance and then sample standard deviation. Okay? You need to familiarize mga anak doon po sa mga symbol na gagamitin po natin. Unahin ko po itong nasa unahan. Okay? So this formula mga anak, so this is for the sample variance. Okay? So yung S squared po na nakikita po ninyo dito, ito po yung sample variance natin. And then ito pong nasa numerator, which is the summation of x minus x bar squared. Yung x po dito stands for the data that we have or the value. Okay, ito naman pong x bar, ito po yung sample mean natin. And then sa denominator, we have n minus 1. And then n stands for sample population. Or sample population, tama. Okay, so pag binasa ko po itong variance, we have s squared is equal to the summation of x minus mean squared all over n minus 1. Okay, ito yung kay variance. Kay standard deviation naman po mga anak, ang gagawin lang natin is, kukuhain lang natin yung square root. Okay, so from s squared, since kukuha natin yung square root, it will be removed or yung exponent po niya mawawala, kaya letter S na lang po siya. And this will be the sample standard deviation. Okay, and then square root lang po natin yung kanina pong formula na ginamit natin for the variance. Okay, so yan po yung gagamitin po natin for the sample lang po yan ha. So let's have here an example number 1. So I have here the daily rates of the sample 8 employees for at GMS Incorporation. Okay, so meron tayo ditong 550, 420, 560, 500, 700, 670, 860, and then 480. Okay, let's find the variance and then the standard deviation. Okay, bago tayo mag-proceed doon sa pagkuha kay variance siya kay standard deviation, okay, step number 1 po na kailangan po natin gawin is to compute the mean po for the dataset. Okay? Sa pag-compute naman po ng mean, so hindi naman na po yan bago sa atin because that was the last topic na diniscuss ko po sa inyo nung Friday, which is getting the summation of the data that we have divided into the number of items. Okay? So add lang po natin lahat po ng data na meron tayo and then divided into the number of item which is 8. Okay? So, kuhain ko yung 10 nitong numerator natin and that is 4,740. Divided po sa 8, we have 592.50. Okay? The answer or yung answer po natin mga anak, kailangan po naka-round off po siya into 2 decimal places. Okay? So once we already have the mean, okay, step number 2, we will be subtracting the data that we have doon po sa mean na nakuha natin, 1 by 1. Okay? So yan po yung data. So sulat ko lang po ulit dito yung mean, which is 592.5 or 0.50. So ito pong data na meron tayo, itong mga chinekan ko po, iisa-isahin po natin yan, isusubtract dito sa mean na nakuha po natin. Okay? So for example, 550 minus 592.5, meron tayong negative 42.50. Okay, 420 minus mo yan sa 592.5, the answer will be negative 172.50. So, ganun din po yung gagawin natin dito sa iba. Subtract lang natin kay 592.50. Okay? So, ito na po yung magiging resulta po niyan. Or this will be the difference of the data and then the sample mean. After natin magawa ito, okay, step number 3, we will be getting the squared. Okay? Nung x minus mean po. Okay, yung second column natin kanina, ito po, yung nakuha natin ng mga differences, kukuhain naman po natin yung squared po nilang niyan. Okay? So kung dito mga anak sa second column, may mga makikita pa kayong mga negative. Okay, okay lang po yan ha. Okay lang po magkaroon ng negative. Once po na ang gagawin pa lang natin is isusubtract pa lang po natin yung data sa mean. Okay, pero once po nakukuhain natin yung squared, okay, kailangan po wala na po tayong makikitang negative. Bakit, sir? Okay, once we squared kasi or once we multiply negative to negative, ang answer na po doon is positive. Okay, for example, we have here negative 42.50. Kuhain natin yung squared. We have 1,806.25. Kay negative 172.5, we have 29,756.25. Okay, and so on and so forth po. So, ganun din po yung gagawin ha. Squared mo yan, yung negative 32.5, we have 1,056. Pag nakuha na natin mga anak yung squared, okay, netong second column, ang gagawin po natin is kuhain si summation. Okay, kasi yan po yung gagamitin natin or kailangan po natin yan sa pagkuha po ng variance. Nandun po yan sa formula po natin. Okay, so i-add lang po natin to lahat. So kuhain lang natin yung sum. Okay, by the use of your calculator, add lang natin yan. The answer will be 142,950. Okay? So ito lang po kasi yung pinakakailangan po natin, kaya po natin ginawa yung table po na ayan. Okay? So after po niya, nakuha na natin yung summation. Okay, proceed na tayo sa pagkuha po ng sample variance and then standard deviation. So all we have to do is to substitute po yung nakuha natin na summation, which is 142,950. And then yung denominator natin, n minus 1. Kaya meron tayong 8 minus 1. Okay, pa-double check mga anak sa calculator po ninyo na yung 142,950 divided into 7 is equal to 20,421.43. Okay? Tama po ba or pareho po tayo ng sagot? Okay. Now, yung answer dapat natin mga anak, it was round off ha into 2 decimal places lagi. Lagi po yan, lagi. Okay, so ito po yung magiging variance natin. So lagyan natin ng pangalan. This is the variance. Once we have the variance, kuhain na natin si standard deviation. Kay standard deviation mga anak, hindi nyo na kailangan ulitin, okay, yung computation. Ang gagawin nyo na lang po is kukuhain nyo na lang po yung final answer doon kay variance and then square root nyo na po. So, the square root of 20,421.43 is 142.90. Again, it should be on 2 decimal places po. Okay, pa-double check din mga anak if the answer is correct. Nang standard deviation natin is 142.90. Okay. So, ganun po yung kay sample variance and then sample standard deviation. Meron din tayong mga anak tinatawag na population. Okay? Pagdating kay population, ang pagkakaiba lang po dito is yung symbol na gagamitin and particularly doon sa denominator, hindi na po siya n-1. Okay? Yung mismong population size na po yung ilalagay na lang po natin. Okay? So, ito pong nakikita ninyo na parang letter O. Okay, we read it as sigma. So, this is the sigma notation. So, sigma squared is equal to the summation of x sub I minus mu squared all over n. Okay, lagyan ko ng pangalan ha. So, ito yung sigma. Itong parang letter U, this is the mean for the population and we read it as mu. Okay, mu, mu. And then this letter N will be the population. Okay, so konti lang po yung nabago, particularly yung sa denominator lang yon na wala lang po yung -1. And then the rest po, ang nabago lang po is yung symbol. Okay, still the same sa pagkuha ng standard deviation, all we have to do is to get the square root po ng variance. Okay, so let's have here example for this population. So I have here the monthly income of 5 researchers. We have 55,000, we have 59,500, 62,500, 57,000, and then 61,000 pesos. Okay? Ganun pa din, step number 1. Aso. Okay, in step number 1, we will be getting the mean. Nad aso. Okay, sa pagkuha ng mean, pareho pa din naman po. Okay? I-add lang natin lahat ng data and then divided sa number of item that we have. Okay, so add ko lang po yung monthly income ng 5 researcher po natin and then we will be having 295,000 divided po sa 5, meron tayong 59,000. So 59,000 po will be the mean for the data set that we have. Okay, step number 2, ganun pa din. We will be subtracting the mean doon po sa value or data na meron po tayo isa-isa. Okay, so ganyan po siya. So the mean that we have is 59,000. So isa-isahin lang natin siyang i-subtract. So 55,000 minus 59,000, we have negative 4,000. And then meron tayong 500 for the second data, 3,500 for the third, negative 2,000 for the fourth data, and then for the fifth data, we have positive 2,000. Once we already get the differences, okay, it's time for us to get the squared. Okay, squared lang natin yung second column. So lahat po ng nandito, okay, squared lang po natin siya, like negative 4,000, we have 16 million. 500 is 250,000. We have 12,250,000 for the third data, 4 million for the fourth, and then another 4 million for the fifth data. Okay? Very important to mga anak ha, wag po natin kakalimutan yung pagkuha po nung squared po nung second column. After we get this the squared, kuhain lang po natin yung summation. Okay, add lang natin yan lahat and then ito po yung magiging answer. 36,500,000. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin dito, okay, substitute lang natin siya sa formula. So, 36,500,000 divided po sa 5, ang answer po is 7,300,000. Pa-double check if the answer is correct. Okay, 36,500,000 divide po sa 5, pa-check po kung 7,300,000 po yung answer po. Try nyo po yan sa calculator po ninyo. Okay, so we just have the same one. Okay, so yan po yung tinatawag natin na variance. Next naman po is yung pagkuha ng standard deviation. Again, sa pagkuha ng standard deviation, hindi na po kailangan ulitin natin yung computation. Okay, kuhain lang natin yung pinaka-answer natin dito kay variance and then square root na lang po natin siya. Okay, so the square root of 7,300,000 will be 2,701.85. Pa-double check po ulit mga anak if we have the same answer. Okay. So, yan po yung pagkuha ng standard deviation and then ng variance.